What'll I do when you are far away and I am blue? What'll I do? What'll I do when I am wondering who's canoodling you? What'll I do? What'll I do with just a photograph to tell my troubles to? When I'm alone with only dreams of you that won't come true, what'll I do, boo-hoo? What'll I do when I'm alone with only dreams of you that won't come true? What'll I do, boo-hoo? It's interesting to note that hysterical laughter, like and hysterical sobbing, like are very, very close. They're basically the same thing. It's just one has a little more salt and one has a little more pepper. La da 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 da. That I don't have that whistle high note. Hey everybody, good evening. I'm Ethan. This is the nosho. I am Ethan Hirschenfeld. My hair is sticking straight up. Let's see if I can. There we go. Well, you know what? I didn't really have to move it to the side. If my hair's sticking straight up, you don't have to push your hair to the side. You can just go like this. And then your hair's to the side. So it's not really a question of your hair sticking to the side. It's the question of the angle that your hair is making relative to the angle of your nose. That's what it is. What'll I do with only dreams of you that won't come true? What will I do? I don't mean to make light of a feeling of heartache, but, it's good to laugh. I was going to do some patriotic songs, it occurred to me, like the Star-Spangled Banner, but I just don't have it in me at the moment. Tomorrow, though, is it's the anniversary of our independence from the monarchy. And it comes just in time, almost to the day, to celebrate our return to monarchy. So it's a little weird. Hello, Bella Lune. Hello, Richard. Hello, Blue Lady. Hello, Neuro. Hello, Jill. Hello, everybody. Hello, Dave in LA. tuning it up. You get drunk and your wig done. Vidal Sassoon. I remember Vidal Sassoon. I can't remember what the jingle was, but they had a good jingle. Way down upon the Swanee River, far, far away, there's where my heart is turning ever, there's where the old folks stay. All up and down the whole creation, sadly I roam, still longing for my childhood station and for the old folks at home. All the world is sad and dreary everywhere I roam. Oh, how my lonely heart grows weary far from the old folks at home. All round the little farm I wandered when I was young. Then many happy days I squandered, many's the song I sung or sang. All up and down, when I was playing with my brother, happy was I. Oh, take me to my kind old mother, there let me live and die. Oh, the world is sad and dreary everywhere I roam. Oh, how my lonely heart grows weary far from the old folks at home. One little hut among the bushes, one that I love, still sadly to my memory rushes, no matter where I rove. When shall I see the bees a-humming bzzz all round the comb? When shall I hear the banjo strumming down in my good old home? Everybody! Oh, the world is sad and dreary everywhere I roam. Oh, how my lonely heart grows weary far from the old folks at home. I hear some music thumping from a car outside. Happy 3rd of July. Happy eve of Independence Day. That's just a beautiful song by Stephen Foster. It's an 1851 song, a good dozen years or so before the Civil War. The song has a dark and sad and twisted history, like a lot of our history in this country. But the song, with some variations, remains a beautiful song, I would say. Stephen Foster, 1826 to 1846. My God, that's a short life. 1826 to 1864, to 1864. Yeah. 38 years. He wrote a lot of nice, great music. He was like the Taylor Swift of the middle of the 19th century. Hey, McJet, how are you? Hey, Neuro, thank you for that. La 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 la. Hey, everybody. Nice to see you in. Nice to see you in Hawaii. Hello, mother. Hello, father. I think I saw them both on here as well. Hello, people. Nice to have you here on the eve of Independence Day. Um, yeah. Mm, I don't know where I got this glass. It's like one of those glasses. You know how in a soap opera, someone's always going over to the drink cart and pouring themselves a scotch, whether they're in the office or in the study in the house. There's always that drink cart with the scotch, and there's glass like this, and there's ice, and there's tongs. Everyone's always fixing themselves scotch. This is just good old New York tap water with some ice. Um, I'm trying to think of the name of that TV show I was in where I had, oh, it's called Pose. I was in this TV show. I think we shot it in 2018. I think it's a really good TV show. I like to call them TV shows, even though they're series now. I like to use the anachronistic. It's like saying, please call me on my telephone instead of cell phone. Yes, Neuro, you're right. Every drink has its own special glass, and New York tap water belongs in one of these. Anyhow, in this TV show Pose, which I really recommend, I play a guy who's like a schlocky 1980, maybe it's around 1980. Oh, no, it's like 1992. That's the year. A schlocky talent manager in Times Square in a kind of dingy office. And the set direction was so great because the set direction included on the guy's desk, on my character's desk, there was like, it was just perfect for 35 years ago or so. There was like a Rolodex. I think there was a fax machine somewhere. The phones were really big on the desk. It was very fun just to be in that milieu again. But at the beginning of the scene, and this got cut from the final in the episode, but we did many takes of this scene. It was a very fun scene where these two young performers come to me and I get them a TV gig. They're excited to be on the reboot of Dance Fever with Danny Terrio. But at the beginning of the scene, I go to the side, like the sideboard or the sort of like a filing cabinet. I don't know what you call it, but I go to the sideboard and pour myself some scotch. So it was my one time in my TV work where I had the opportunity to do that cliched soap opera thing where, before having the important conversation, you go over and you pour that little bit of. But I recommend the show. And yeah, sorry if I'm making you thirsty, Blue Lady or anyone else, by sipping frequently. Oh, here comes another Stephen Foster song. Well, I come from Alabama I call it Alabama. I hope that's okay. Come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. I'm going to Louisiana, by Susanna for to see. For to see. For to see. It rained all night the day I left. The weather, it was dry. Huh? It rained all night the day I left. The weather was dry? The hell does that mean? Well, it rained all night the day I left. The weather, it was dry. Maybe it rained the night before, but then the weather was dry. Well, the sun's so hot I froze to death. Susanna, don't you... Oh, so that's the joke. It's these contradictions. It rained all night the day I left. The weather, it was dry. The sun's so hot I froze to death. Susanna, don't you cry. That's funny. It's got these little contradictions built into the lyrics. Yes, Richard, it means he was totally loaded. He was just drunk off his ass. Oh, Susanna, oh, don't you cry for me, for I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. Well, I had a dream the other night when everything was still. I thought I saw Susanna a-coming down the hill. Here's another verse. The buckwheat cake was in her mouth, the tear was in her eye. Says I, quote, I'm coming from the south, Susanna, don't you cry. Oh, Susanna, oh, don't you cry for me. Come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. Well. I had a very nice talk today with a colleague of mine. He's an opera singer. We sang together. We figured it out. We sang together in a production of Fidelio, which is Beethoven's only opera. Beethoven's one and only opera. It's from about 200 years ago. I think he wrote it in maybe it was 1810, something like that. 1820 maybe. He's still an opera singer, this friend, and he was picking my brain about voiceover work and TV work. So we had a very nice talk. It was fun. He's out west right now doing a production of Gianni Schicchi, which is an amazing Puccini opera. We were talking about Puccini last night because he got Puccini's copyright holders got 25 grand and royalties in perpetuity off of an American composer who wrote a song that ripped off a little bit of Tosca. So Puccini came up again today. Gianni Schicchi is also about ripping off money. It's about a guy who dies. It's sort of like, you know that movie Weekend at Bernie's? Weekend at Bernie's is about, basically, it's a farce about a corpse. So Gianni Schicchi is also kind of an operatic farce about a corpse. And it's a one act. It's very quick. It's very funny and very quick. I really recommend that opera. It also has some very famous arias in it. It has that, in fact, maybe I'll try this number right now. It has a great, I think I did this tune on the show once before. I'm going to transpose it maybe. Oh no, look at that. It looks like it's this is the dad, this is the young woman who is threatening to throw herself off a bridge if her daddy doesn't let her marry the guy that she wants to marry. Oh, mio babbino caro, mi piace bello, vuoi andare in Porta Rossa a comprar l'anello. It's a little too low. Yeah, I love him, Daddy. He loves me. I want to go to Porta Rossa and buy the ring. Oh, mio babbino caro, mi piace bello. That's too high. Anyway, we'll find the right key. Here we go. We'll just go back to this. Sì, ci voglio andare. By the way, the word ci in Italian, it's a really fun word. Ci, it's spelled C-I. And it can mean many things, but in this case, it just means there. I just want to go there. Sì, ci voglio andare. I want to go there. Sì, ci voglio andare. E se l'amassi indarno andrei sul ponte vecchio, ma per buttarmi in arno mi struggo e mi tormento. Oh Dio, vorrei morire. I want to die. Daddy, I want to die. Babbo, babbo, daddy. Babbo, pietà, pietà. Have pity on me, daddy. Babbo, pietà, pietà. Anyway, that is one of the most famous soprano arias. My apologies to Puccini, the ghost of Puccini, etc., for massacring it like that, but I wanted to share it. There's also a nice use of the subjunctive. She says, I want to go there. E se l'amassi indarno. I got to look it up, the exact meaning. E se l'amassi indarno. Oh, and if my love were in vain, indarno. That's what it is, indarno. It's not that, yeah, indarno, in vain. Yeah, and if my love is in vain, I'm going to throw myself off the frickin' bridge. It's a little tantrum, actually. It's a beautiful tantrum of an aria. That's what it is. It's a threat. It's emotional blackmail. Effective, I think. So then there's another amazing aria in this little opera, and it's the tenor, the guy who she's in love with, Rinuccio, singing a love song to Florence, to the city of Florence. Firenze, the aria from Gianni Schicchi. Maybe I'll just play a little bit of that. It can't be. Firenze è come un albero fiorito. Florence is like a tree, a flowering tree. I want to see who some amazing singer we can hear. Anyway, I don't know why I'm doing this. You can Google yourself. Why, what am I doing? But let's just play 1 minute of this.
Fetch 20% off your next pharmacy order with code RXSAVE.
20% off your next pharmacy order. Here it is. Etc. He likes Florence. It's like a New York, a hell of a town, or Chicago, that's my kind of town. It's one of those songs, a song praising a town. Noodles. We're talking about noodles. Yeah, noodles. Something about Cerberus. That's the Cerberus. That's the dog at the gates of hell, I think. Oh, I'm schwitzing. What's going on? Oh, I had a great time doing my auditions this morning. Shout out to my friend Lucas, who is brilliant. If anyone watching this happens to be looking for audition self-tape, someone to tape with, who will read with you and work through the scenes. Oh my God, we had a great time. It was very fun. I auditioned for 2 different roles of a guy basically at a shiva, only maybe it was a wake. I don't know what it was, but 2 different people at the same wake. One of whom is kind of insensitive. It was very fun. It was good scenes for a TV series. A lot of fun. So that's always fun. Oh, and I got to do several acts of anonymous secret kindness today. We were discussing maybe taking a 7-day journey down the path of kindness. So I did a little bit of picking up anonymous garbage and burying an anonymous bird. There was a sparrow. I think the sparrow met its end probably against a building. I believe that's what it was. Found him on the road and buried him next to a tree. So that was something. It's sad when birds run into buildings. It's not nice. I know sometimes architects take that into consideration when they're considering materials or something about but a skyscraper is a dangerous thing for a bird. So yeah. Oh, here's a nice 1910 song, an old one. Let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you. Let me try that over. Let me try that again. Let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you. Let me hear you whisper that you love me too. I like it when people pronounce the word whisper like whisper. I have a friend who does that. I think because his family hails from Nebraska, where there's a lot of wind. So they're able to really get the wind into that WH sound. Keep the love light glowing in your eyes. Keep the love light glowing in your eyes, so true. I thought her eyes were going to be blue, but her eyes are true. I'm going to make them blue. I'm going to try that again. Keep the love light glowing in your eyes, so blue. Let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you. Let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you. That's a weird negotiation. Let me point out why. He's saying, I'm in love with you. He's saying that, but then he's asking permission to call her sweetheart. It seems like calling someone sweetheart is not as far along on the progression as saying I love you. So he's saying I love you, but let me call you sweetheart. It seems like, I don't know, it just seems a little bit backwards. Let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you. Oh boy. I think my 8-year-old grandson is watching, and he said, I know that song. That's unbelievable. Wow. Hello. Hello to Dawn's grandson. Nice to see you. Does he have a request? I think this might be our youngest viewer ever. If he has a request, either tonight or another night, I'd be happy to sing something for him. He might know it from a cartoon. Oh, Max, that's a great name. Oh boy, I love that. I love that name, Max. It actually might be a favorite name of mine. All right. Nice to meet you, Max. Howdy. I wish I knew a song with the word Max in it. There's Maxwell's Silver Hammer, but I don't do Beatles songs on this show because copyright. All right, Max. This is dedicated to you. This is the way I end the show every night. I'll be loving you always with a love that's true always. When the things you planned need a helping hand, I will understand always, always. Days may not be fair always. That's when I'll be there always. Not just for an hour, not just for a day, not just for a year, but always, always. I'm here every night at 9, always. Thank you for joining. Thanks, everybody. And remember, we don't need fireworks. We don't need fireworks. We don't need all those explosions. Happy Independence Day tomorrow. Happy Independence Day Eve. I'll see you tomorrow with some, I'll be singing some patriotic songs. It might be our last day to be able, our last time to be able to celebrate this experiment in democracy. Who knows next July, but let's hope for the best. All right, everybody, have a great night.